Family Party, 30 Great Games, Obstacle Arcade. Oh, jeez. Sorry about my voice, everyone. I just came off being sick, so my voice is a little out of it. So please excuse that in this video. So where was I? Oh yeah. Family Party, 30 Great Games, Obstacle Arcade. Okay, I kind of get the Family Party and the 30 Great Games. Okay, not really the 30 Great Games, but we'll get into that in a second. But Obstacle Arcade? What the hell is that? That's like two separate things put together. That would be like horse race swimming. It makes no sense. Now back to 30 Great Games. I have a problem with people who put these kind of statements in their games. When you put an adjective like that in your title, you better be able to back that up. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is not one great game in this collection. There isn't even a good one. The best you could say about one of these games is that it's playable, and you can really only say that on a few of the games. Now I am tipping my hand on the verdict of this review, but that's only the tip of the problems with this game. Now let's talk about the graphics. They would look bland and boring on a Wii title, but for this to be a Wii U game and look like that, it's just embarrassing. Also, what's up with that purple smog in the background? Where is this place, in the middle of LA? Now, there are two modes for you to play, the challenge or the free play mode. Now, you might be tempted not to bother with the challenge mode, but unfortunately they lock every game until you play them in the challenge mode, which makes it necessary to play it. The challenge mode is simply you playing against other players. Now, before we go into the mode itself, it has you create an avatar. Okay, there's no problem with that. However, it lets you use your Wii gamepad to do some of the selections, and at other times it makes you use the Wiimote. It was very odd the times that it wouldn't let you use the gamepad to input selections. Like when you're putting in your name, you have to use the Wiimote. Why can't I just use the touchscreen? Plus, accessing and changing characters didn't work on the gamepad for some reason, so I did it all with the Wiimote. So I got through that, and it lays out the basic way the game is played. Wiimote game, gamepad game. Wiimote game, gamepad game. You see the pattern. And I can tell you, these are some of the most poorly made games that I've ever played. I would say most of the games were barely playable. The game had a very hard time reading my motions. And that's inexcusable since it's only using the Wiimote technology that's been around for over 5 years now. It's not like it's something new that they had to deal with, but oddly enough, the touchpad games were mostly reliable when it came to the controls. It used the gimmick of holding it up like a camera around the room, tilting it back and forth, and swiping it to throw something. Those all worked fine, with one exception. They had you spinning a wheel which always started with an unskippable speech about this bear telling you the same thing over and over again. Then when it tells you to touch the screen to spin, a lot of the time it wouldn't read me when I did it. Now the games themselves, while boring and poorly controlled, the main problems with them is they went on too long. The games would often drag out longer than you would expect. It was discouraging to have to keep playing because you knew it wasn't going to get any better. It's pretty sad when the computer players would give up on playing the game. But when I was playing the canoe racing game, the computer players just kind of gave up on playing because it just couldn't handle the tediousness any longer. Sure, it eventually kept going, but it sure was annoying to have to wait for it. You have to unlock the other parts of the island in order to get access to the other minigames. So that means playing the game multiple times to make it so you can play the free-to-play mode. But by the time you unlock them all, you're going to be ready to toss this game in the trash. Because I tell you now, don't even bother. Family Party, 30 Great Games, Obstacle Arcade is just awful. I can't even imagine a younger child enjoying this game. The graphics look like a very poorly made Wii game, the controls were almost unplayable, and the games themselves were dull and took too long. Even for the bargain price of $20, this title is not worth your money, and you should definitely skip it.